Hey everyone, I wanted to do a review of the Juno trade. I recommended this trade around February 5th or 6th based on the chopstick pattern. Here you have the downtrending line, and you get a peak above the downtrending line, and then actually a break here. I think on this day, intraday, it opened above, but it eventually ended up closing at support. But I said that aggressive traders could probably get into here and keep their stops really short. Um, so it made a high. Here's a high, so I just put that as the buy point. And if you bought it on this day where it peaked above the buy point and you've held it, you're looking at approximately let's see here, about a 20% gain now. And what you see here is it's a small cup, shallow cup with a handle. And a couple of days ago, I said when this handle breaks, it's going to make another big move up. But looking at today's chart, there are a couple of things I see that I don't really, not that I don't like, but they're warning signs. And in the 20% area, you have people starting to take profit, and that's fine, but you don't want it to reverse on you. So the first thing that I see here is a gap up. I don't see any news that would give it a reason to gap up. Um, Usually a gap up might be a sign that retail traders are chasing the stock. So you get a gap up on pretty big volume, but then you get this big red bearish engulfing candle here, and the volume on that is pretty. It's not huge, but it's significant when you compare it to this volume, and this is a really big volume right here. So it's not like immediate sell signal, but if you look at the candles, this would be a candle of concern, and that's why I recommended that you guys put a stop right below it at 52. Now it's making its way back up. You can unload some shares as it gets into new highs or around this area. But it's just something to keep an eye on. You don't want your 20% profit to return back to zero or go negative. You've been holding it for, let's say here, it's almost 23 days, a whole month of waiting. You don't want to let that profit get back into negative territory. So that's the only thing I see with Juno. There's one other thing with the Bollinger Bands here. If you take a look here, it's gapped up and it's crossed over the Bollinger Band. And if we look at the history on this, you got a gap up here across the Bollinger Band, and then you got some sell-off. Another one you have, let's see here, maybe right here, it was a gap up above the Bollinger Band, and then you get a sell-off. Doesn't mean when you go above the Bollinger Band, it's going to sell off. But the gap up above this Bollinger Band, sell off. Gap up above the Bollinger Band, sell off. So you just want to kind of take precaution and lock in some profit. That's the only way to grow your portfolio. So that's it.